guys, it's Z.A.K here. You're probably wondering, what the heck is this big boat in front of me? Well, you've probably seen on the parts list. Yes, this is a vintage Traxxas Villan IV. This boat is not my boat. It's my friend's boat. So, this thing is very, very rare and old. It's the Villan IV. I'm not joking. It's got that long antenna. It's a Villan. So, it's Traxxas old boat. The only thing that how I got this thing was my friend said it was boat busted or something, like the ESC fried or something. It wasn't. It was receiver, no, not receiver wire, on and off switch wire that broke. Now it works, so I'll even turn on my Mosi remote, which is not bound to it because the remote that came with it, unfortunately, was bad. I mean, it won't even turn on with fresh batteries. So now they get a Losi remote when I return it to them tomorrow, or whatever. It works. I'll even turn it around. The only thing about this boat that I found out was broken for sure was the gearing and the motors. Now I'll open this up and show you what I mean, and I'll also show you around the boat. A little size comparison before I take off the cover. Here is our Pagani Pro, which is pretty popular on the channel. Can't fit in. It's about 2 Pagani Pros long, maybe a tiny sliver more, but it's pretty long. It's just so that you know the wideness. It's pretty wide. There it is. The Villan IV, or Villan IV. So, yeah, took off the unscrew thumb screws, so take off his body. Which the nifty thing about back in the 90s, they thought, Traxxas thought, is the not the on-off switch, the antenna, because this spring right here would connect to this metal and it would go to this antenna. That's really long, I don't want to show you it all. So, here is the boat. This is how I got from my friend. Well, it's not my boat, it's their boat. And just so you know who I keep saying who's my friend, or our channel's friend, Nifty Gaming. That's who it is, Nifty Gaming. Their partner-ish thing. So, right away, we have the old Traxxas 27 MHz remote. And the old XL1 ESC. I haven't even heard of this version. It runs 2 motors and it's a Marine, so never knew that. This is not the water-cooled Villan. The Villan EX is the water-cooled one. This is the Villan IV, which I haven't heard of that much. I just heard of the Villan EX. But this one takes like grease, and they put it on the wrong way because the grease is supposed to be facing downwards so that it flows through, but don't matter that much. The motors, I have no clue what they are. I'm guessing that they're the old Stinger motors. It doesn't have any case around it saying what kind of motor it is. I just think it's a Villan motor, not Villan motor, Stinger motor, because that's the kind they had back then. There's heat sinks on. I could take them off, but it's kind of tricky, and I know that they're just regular old can looking things when they're off. And this thing has 2 batteries. I'll take them out. They're both Duratrax 1500 mAh, and to my opinion, they're kind of garbage. They've been used in have been used in a while because they said the boat was broken and haven't used it in a while. 2, they're 15,000 milliamps. I mean 1500 milliamps. 1500 milliamps is not good. 1500 milliamps is really, really bad because you don't get much runtime. And when you have a battery in the middle of water and you don't have a boat to get it, you're pretty much screwed. So that's what that is. And they use the old Tamiya plugs because Traxxas didn't come out with their patented connectors yet. So yeah, I'll have to show you what's broken and the gearing. Okay, so here's the dual motors in this vintage old boat. This bottom gear, this plastic bottom gear has all of its teeth, which is good. Now this bottom gear is missing a tooth. I don't know if you could see that. You can see it's missing a tooth partly. It still runs, but barely. It's just running on like almost like a fraction of a tooth. I mean, it still runs, but bad news for them is they have to find one, and it's going to be really hard because this boat is very old. They're probably not going to find a good gear, so they might have to go on eBay or see if the Villan EX has the same gearing, which I bet it does because I saw some YouTube videos of it. So yeah, I think this is the Villan EX gearboxes because the Villan IV had 3 gears I saw in the manual. This one has 2 gears in each box. So yeah, these motor covers don't have screws, they just pop back on, so you just throw them on. It's just kind of tricky because I'm holding a camera. There we go, you just click into place. So yeah, what else? Yeah, it runs off these, it turns on by these 4 AA batteries. You just turn on the remote first, always. If you don't, that's just going to run away on you. Turn it on, it clicks like that because the old X01 makes that motor noise. Just the Futaba servo, which they upgraded to, because they don't usually get with the 2018 traxxas servo. And yeah, it's Z.A.K power. And this is how the back of it works. Steering comes through a hole, and drive shafts come through a hole. They all connect to like some drive yokes. What I got this thing is my friend's dad said it steers on a dime, and I saw YouTube videos of it, and this thing does steer very sharp. And if you have a brushless system in this, you steer sharp, and then you gun it a lot, it'll actually jump out of the water because of how fast it's going on brushless. But this is brushed, unfortunately, but you know, it's still good. I mean, if you upgrade the batteries, at least you'll be getting a lot more speed. Like, not to lipos, because this is too old technology. You need the EVX2 speed control that traxxas offers. It's waterproof, like this stuff, which is not, which is a bad idea for this. They should have waterproofed it, but they didn't know at the time. So, like traxxas didn't know at the time until now, because now they waterproof everything. So yeah, if you want to run lipo on this, I'd get the EVX2 ESC. Otherwise, stuck with the NIMS. Yeah, it's still on. Turn it off. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, the only problem is that you see the wires coming down on the on and off switch. I'll try to focus in on it. You see that black wire to the right on this stub right here above my finger, right here. That's the one that came out, and I had to resolder it in, which made it work. And hey guys, this is the Villan IV. It was from Nifty Kevin from Nifty Gaming, which is his channel. I'll probably put in the description. I might forget most of the time, but yeah, if you want to visit his channel, it's Nifty Gaming. So yeah, guys, this is Z.A.K RC with the Villan IV or the Villan IV boat, and it's probably not going to be on our channel very much. Most likely it's going to be boating on Nifty Gaming's channel, because they basically have a boat and they take it out, and this isn't even our boat, because they set it over here to fix it. They didn't think I was going to film it, but yeah, this is our boat, it's their boat, so I'm not going to be making running videos. I'm just showing you it because there's like no videos online much about this because it's so rare and vintage. And otherwise, if there was, they probably mixed up the boat with another Villan, which I think there was only the Villan, the first one. I forgot the name of it. God, I knew it so well. And then the Villan IV, the Villan EX is the first one. I mean, the newest one from 2004, I think it was. But yeah, guys, see ya.